don't even know if the show is going to work. Let me see how this works right now. Can you see anything or hear anything? I'm just trying to see if this show is going to actually play or not. It's getting ridiculous. So let's see who's a moderator here. I hear you, Hulk. Something's just very strange with this computer. Like there's a delay. Like last time when somebody at YT shut my program off, it's kind of like that here. You're fine on my end. Okay, just something. This computer wasn't responding earlier. Almost didn't have a show. Okay. Let me start off. See what we got here. Plaque vendor, disc James B, 1970 legend, Mr. Mister. Those were the first 5 people here, man. Got it. Let's go with the SEC. The SEC messed up. Everybody knows this. I want to let the people that don't know. Let me do a copy paste. Oh, I'd like to thank Off the Grid in Utah for the donation. And it says, Merry Christmas, Hulk. Thank you very much for that. And then Murray says, Merry Christmas. Thank you. Armor of God. AOG 2024 is our year. Thank you, Hulk, for years of service in uniform and in Crypto Hulk space. God bless every Hulkster and your loved ones. Let's see what we got here. Dave Ryan gave somebody a Crypto Hulk membership. And then Bob was gifted a membership by Dave Ryan. Then Mr. Yuck, bottoms up, old chaps. Thank you for that donation. Then X Mark Ryder. Whoo-wee, we got a hot pink one coming in. But thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. You got XRP Boricua Army. Nice donation, yeah. Quite nice. Tax-free. That's what I like about them. Okay, here's the article. In the United States, we have a serious problem. Well, our government. But specifically, we're going to talk about one of the 100 problems we have in America. Gary Gensler and the SEC that lies. They lie in court. Now this, I've worked at the state supreme level. Okay? Not saying where. Let me tell you something about when you're in court. It's a very solemn place because it's supposed to be one of the few places in the world where there's actually justice. And people, just like you might say a Garden of Eden or something, there's always that snake. And the SEC is that snake. The judge, you've already heard about a month ago or 2 months, whatever it was, called the SEC arbitrary and capricious. Now that's bad because, when you're arbitrary, you pick things at whim. That's not how a court's supposed to be done. When you get a bunch of people that are lawyers, they know right and wrong. And when you get a bunch of these criminal lawyers called the SEC, they lie in court and steal money from people. And then in the end, when they're caught, Because at first they don't think anybody's going to call them out. But then when a judge actually calls out the SEC for being criminal in behavior, then they say, well, it was an error. We're sorry. We're going to retrain the employees that did such and such. Oh, just, blah, blah. Really? Let's get into this one. These people need to go to jail in the SEC. I've been saying this shit for 4 years. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission says it deeply regrets it deeply regrets the errors made in the case against the crypto firm Debt-Box after the court found that the SEC materially made false and misleading representations. Let me tell you something. When I worked in court and I had my court report, I'd have to make sure every single thing in that court report was accurate. I would verify it all. And then guess what? I'd hand it to my supervisor, who would go through it all and make sure it's all correct. And then guess what? It'd go before the building supervisor, let's say. And that person would go through it and make sure it's all good. And then there'd be occasions where we'd run it through a district attorney. Make sure it's all good. See what I'm saying? You know the SEC's got to do this. It goes through all these people and just somehow makes it to court all kinds of fucked up and illegal. Interesting. However, the SEC claimed that the judge wants to punish the SEC. But look what the SEC says. The punishments are not warranted, adding that it will conduct mandatory training for staff involved to avoid similar errors in the future. Oh, we don't need it. We don't need to get punished, Your Honor, says the SEC. We don't need to get punished, Your Honor, for violating people's civil rights. We don't need to get punished for that. We'll just retrain the person that did it. Make it all better. Boo-boo, go bye-bye. Wow. The SEC sure wants to punish everybody else. Have you noticed that? It's like Ripple goes in to talk to the SEC in good faith. What does the SEC do? Try to sue them for like millions and billions of dollars. The SEC violates people's civil rights. They don't want to have to pay a penalty for that. Oh, I guess that's how we do it in the new America. You break court laws and rules and traditions, you violate civil rights, and then you just, Your Honor, we shouldn't have to be punished. Like, this government disgusts me, okay? Absolutely disgusts me with this kind of behavior. Here's the bold-faced title. The SEC deeply regrets the errors made in the Debt-Box case. How is it that a supervisor never caught any of this stuff when that supervisor reviewed the court documents? Or did the supervisor allow it to happen? Because let me tell you something. A low-level employee doesn't get to publish a court document and the evidence and all that. The supervisors have to authorize that, and that goes all the way up. This whole thing is a sham. The SEC is criminal in behavior and intent. The U.S. SEC filed its response to an order to show cause in the case against the crypto firm Debt-Box. The United States District Court in Utah issued an order to show cause in the SEC, demanding the security regulator justify its actions. The court called out the SEC for making material false and misleading representations, and the court warned the SEC of potential sanctions, which are punishments, if the regulator fails to provide adequate justification. So what we got is, I used to work in court. This is like ridiculous. Nothing that every court document that I've created to give to on court day went through like 2 supervisors. At least 1, but like 2. My boss's my boss's boss would know exactly what I'm doing in a court case, where it's going and everything. These people would know. Everybody would know. How is it in this case nobody knew? Maybe they did know and they just didn't care. Judge wants to punish the SEC. Says here the judge found inaccurate. The commission, SEC attorneys failed to correct the statements when they learned of the inaccuracy. Commission counsel also failed to make clear that certain representations with inferences from facts known to them rather than supported factual assertions. Okay, they just allowed anything inside their court report, okay? There's something in the court called rules of evidence, okay? And in those rules of evidence, certain information is admissible as hearsay, admissible as direct evidence. When you put information in a court report, you have to state this is hearsay, this is direct evidence. That you can't just throw shit together and put it on a platter and give it to the judge. That's like illegal, okay? Or inept at best. Like you don't know what you're doing, then you need to be disbarred. Your legal status needs to be revoked. The SEC got caught with their pants down. When you flipped the lights on, their pants were down. They were having a little fluffer party. The judge says this. Oh, this is big. This is big. The circumstances here fall short of the misconduct rule number 11, and it was intended to address, and the commission staff have not engaged in any bad faith, the SEC legal counsel claimed. So the SEC is like, well, we didn't purposely try to do this. That's such a lie. I'm going to end that article right there. That's about all I want to get into with that. But I just want you to see the hypocrisy, the illegal stuff that the SEC is doing daily on a daily basis. What the SEC did, what they did in this particular case, and I'm just going to say it how I want to say it. They brought false information to the court to get a subpoena to shut down bank accounts of different companies based on false information. The SEC in one case said, "Oh, Your Honor, we need this like search warrant to shut down this bank account because this company is going to move overseas and all this stuff." That wasn't true. The SEC made up illegal things to tell a judge to make stuff happen, and it was all wrong. That's a violation of civil rights. All these people should be fired and have their law permits taken away from them. But that won't happen because our government's corrupt. That's why. See, I'm an equal opportunity offender, man. If you're a fuck up, I'm going to call it out. Just part of my commitment to keeping it real. Robert Driscoll. So if I start talking about your country, deal with it. I'm dealing with mine right now. You don't be like a baby. Oh, crypto hog, you're talking about this and you're talking about that. Whoa, baby. Robert Driscoll says, the gift that keeps on giving. Thanks, Hulk. Thanks for the donations. Appreciate that. If you're a member and you got a free membership, I don't give those out. Obviously, it's people on my channel. And they give away free memberships. And sometimes we might have a phone call. I can allow phone calls if people really want them, to answer some questions really quick or whatever it might be. All these things are included when you have a membership. What I'm trying to do is reach as many people as I can, because I'm pretty positive some stuff's going to really start popping off in January with all this Bitcoin ETF stuff, and they just approved them. They're going to be approving them first rounds in January. But members, when you get that free membership, go to your settings page and in your payments, link up your payment method, and don't let that membership expire. We're trying to grow this channel. For 4 years, I've been dealing with YT and the censorship and all the little games that are played. And we just recently broke through a 30,000 subscriber. Now think about this. I've been doing this stuff for 4 years, and they didn't allow this channel to do over 30,000. They don't notify, like they stopped notifying people of shows that start. What you need to do is every couple days, grab your phone, delete the YT app, and reload it. It only takes like a minute. And what that does, it wipes your phone clean of all the dumb shit that they try to do. They send out computer virus stuff to people's phones, which doesn't notify you. It undoes your settings and stuff for my channel. These are the games. Now, when you wipe your phone like that, you're doing like a soft reset and stuff on the app. It tends to help 50% of the time. Some people have to get a whole new email because these are the tactics that I've had to deal with and stuff. So please go ahead and sign up for your your payment method, and do not let that membership expire. Stephen Morris, I see pump dump with the Ethereum Bitcoin after approval. I don't see ETF for XRP though, unless you're watching Crypto Hulk Show, Stephen Morris, and we're going to discuss how Thailand, I believe, is going to have an ETF. Hong Kong, that is. Yeah. Yes, sir. And let's go into that right now, actually. Hong Kong XRP ETF. Why is it not happening in America? That's what I want to know. Michael Gilbert, thank you very much for that. Let's look at this article right here. Industry leaders invited to file an XRP spot ETF in Hong Kong. Are you hearing me? Industry leaders invited to see in America, we're filing a Bitcoin. Like we don't even like look at how absurd this is. Okay. I'm trying to maintain my composure because I can't believe the foolishness that's going on. Nobody knows, and don't say Homeland Security knows, just go with it, okay? Nobody knows who made Bitcoin. Think about this. You've got businesses, corporations now wanting to have Bitcoin ETFs. They don't even know who fucking made it. See how absurd? Imagine walking into BlackRock Investments, Charles Schwab, any of these, and you say, hey, I got something for sale, but I'm not going to tell you who made it. Oh, by the way, the business doesn't have an 800 number, no business address, no board of directors, no address, no 1-800 number. Can you list this so people can buy it? You know what? They're going to laugh at me, call the police for trespassing, and make me go to get my head examined by a psychiatrist. Okay? But that's what's going on with Bitcoin. Everybody's woo-hoo. Everybody's fine with it. You see what I'm saying? This is insanity. All right? You've got literally, like, nobody knows who made Bitcoin. There's no business. You can't call them or nothing. It's gone, done. Yet these investments, see, when you walk into an investment brokerage or something, you sit down. Well, used to, it's all whatever now, but you go in, you talk to people, you sit down at a desk. This is how it should be done, according to Crypto Hulk. And you see a prospectus for a particular product. They're going to try to sell you investments. And they'll have a folder and they open it up and you look at it. Well, nowadays it's on a computer or whatever. You look at the folder and stuff like that. And you say, okay, I like that one or that one. There's nothing with Bitcoin because there's no company. You see how insane this is? In order to be like licensed in the SEC, you got to have a business, a 1-800 number, a location, board of director, an audit, and on and on and on. I just want to know, how the hell does Mickey Mouse make a crypto and then our government's just fine with it? No problem at all. Like, this is insane. Okay. Now that I've cleared that one up, you've got, besides that insanity, now our government wants to have a Bitcoin ETF, but the only XRP, like, look, XRP is the only crypto that it's like the most regulated crypto. Like, a lot of people, here's what's funny. I'm gonna get on with this article, but XRP is with like every bank, every country, but nobody talks about it on the news or the SEC. It's like the secret that no one talks about. I'm gonna move on with this article. This whole thing, like, I'm livid. Like, this is ridiculous. It's the biggest sham being pulled, and nobody's talking about it, but okay. Members of the XRP community now anticipate an XRP spot exchange traded fund in Asian soil. Not in America, but the Crypto Hulk, we invented XRP. Yeah, I know, but our government's corrupt, so it's going over to like Hong Kong. And where real business is done, that's why it's going to Hong Kong. In particular, Laser Capital founder Yassin Mubarak has invited the crypto industry leaders to move for an XRP ETF in Hong Kong. Following a recent regulatory green light, crypto ETF in Hong Kong. In a circular last Friday, top regulatory bodies in Hong Kong stated they have reassessed their current policy concerning intermediaries seeking involvement in crypto-related activities. Specifically, the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, that's a Ripple partner, by the way. Literally, the government of Hong Kong is a Ripple partner. And the Hong Kong Securities and Futures Commission expressed their readiness to accept crypto spot ETFs. Oh, it's just very interesting how Gary Gensler is ready to accept them, and then Hong Kong just ready to accept them all at the same time. Oh, wonder if that's coordinated or not. Oh no, can't be Crypto Hulk. This is just a total coincidence. There's no connections anywhere at all. Okay. I'm not going to spend any more time on this article, but I will show you a truth bomb right here that no other channel has. That's the fun part. Let me do a copy and a paste. Hold on just a second there. Okay. This video that I'm going to, it's a 58-second video. It's all about, you can watch it all later. We're going to just go to the 29-second mark. As far as I'm going to show on this program, after the show, you might want to watch the short little 58-second video I made. It's all about how Hong Kong has been a Ripple partner since 2014. Look at my show right here, 29-second mark. What am I seeing? I'm seeing XRP.HK. And it's written here, Ripple, Hong Kong, copyright 2014. Oh, wait a minute, Crypto Hulk. That was like 10 years ago. Yeah. The largest Ripple gateway in Hong Kong. Well, dang, Crypto Hulk. So you're telling me that Ripple's been in Hong Kong for 10 years? Oh, yeah. Why? How's come we never heard about this from any other channel? Because maybe they're too busy talking about their sponsors. How about that? That might be the reason why. Let's move on. OMC gave 5 memberships, and those 5 are Pedro Sousa. And then you got Mark Dyke, Mitch Esp, Sorry, and Kay Lee. Y'all got 5 brand new memberships. They were given to you by somebody that's concerned. All right. They're concerned because you're going to be destroyed unless you have a lot of more information you already got. What I'm gonna ask for you to do is when you get these free memberships, go to your section of your YouTube and put your payment method in so that this membership doesn't lapse, because these people are giving up memberships to you so you can become a member because they want you to learn. Please don't let that membership lapse. TB gave 5 people memberships: Tampa Bay Buckeye, Glenn T, Buzz Pig, Dan the Man, and Mad Skills. Oh, now Jeff Suter comes in and gives 5 people memberships: Jules Sab, David Newberry, Jehu, and Sergey Botsman, and Heli. Those 5 people got memberships from Jeff. And again, yeah, 1971. He got junior recruiters up there. Oh man, that's very interesting. All right, digital ID. Do we want to go with that one? Let's hold off on that article. Let's get into this one. Talk about XRP burning up escrow and stuff. I think there's a misconception on the internet by some people. Let's go into this article here. Now, what we got here is something from the Crypto Basic, and it's called, here's the title of the article, Expert. And I use that term very loosely because this person's not an expert at all. Expert highlights the risks of supporting burning the 39 billion XRP in Ripple escrow wallet. It's written by Abdul Karim Abdul Wahab. So this person is definitely a fan of the name Abdul. It's in his first and last name. Got it. I guess that's a way to save something there. Save the creativity and just go with what's gone. What we have is a reporter. I'm using that term loosely as well. A reporter reports on a Twitter person, an X, a notable member, a notable member of the XRP community has expressed concerns over the growing argument supporting the view that XRP tokens held in Ripple's escrow should be burned. In recent weeks, here's the name of the expert, Kristen Dack, a crypto enthusiast and a US-based real estate broker. Whoa. Let's get ready, folks. Okay. They highlight the implication of supporting the burning of Ripple's escrowed XRP. Dack questioned the notion of burning XRP from the escrow, emphasizing that members of the XRP community should recognize that each unit represents someone's asset. In other words, supporting such a notion of burning the XRP, she didn't put that in there, implies endorsing the idea that someone stands to lose their own wealth. In parallel, she brought attention to the broader risk associated with endorsing a code that permits the community to seize and burn XRP. This lady clearly, I listened to her Twitter show one time. She has no idea what she's talking about. Endorsing a code that permits the community to seize and burn XRP, whether from Ripple's Escrow or other sources. Specifically, that caution that such a stance. Oh, maybe she also failed to realize that in Bitcoin, just like about a month ago, there was like 10 times where the miners stopped making transactions. Yeah, she doesn't talk about that one, does she? But let's go ahead and continue. Specifically, Dak, like, what's up, Dak? Dak cautioned that such a stance could leave each XRP holder vulnerable to the community's decisions regarding their personal holdings. Well, usually somebody in your community is good. Somehow she's saying that the XRP community is bad for doing this. Like, this person has no idea what she's even talking about. I'll explain how simple this concept is after I read the article, because this person has no idea. It's ridiculous. If you support a code that allows the community to take and burn someone's XRP, then you are supporting the ability for the community to decide to take your XRP if they deem necessary. Kristen Dack points this out. She says on her Twitter space, she's known as Lady K. I don't understand why people think Ripple escrowed XRP is up for debate to be burned. You do realize that's someone's XRP, and if you support code that allows the community to take and burn someone's XRP, then you're supporting the ability for the community to decide to take yours. Okay, I'm gonna not read any more of this article, and we're gonna go from planet Uranus to planet reality. All right. Wait, hold on a minute there. Eric Goldsmith. Thank you very much, Eric, for that donation I see right there. Joe Hoffman. Thanks for the information, Sir Hulk. We appreciate it. Now, here's the deal. Stupid wrong premise, says Dennis Hips. Okay. J316. See, Kristen Dack is confused. She has no idea about what she's talking about. And that's why when she has a Twitter space, like 5 people show up. But who's counting, right? So what we got going on is Ripple has a wallet. And in that wallet, they have escrow. Now, I'm not an expert in this area that I'm discussing right now. I want to make that very clear. I'm not the expert. We already heard the expert talk, but I'm not the expert, all right? Ripple has a wallet, and in the beginning there was 100 billion XRP, and on the first day, the creators determined, anyhow, what we got going is that wallet has been dwindling and dwindling. Okay, that wallet contains the XRP and Ripple. It's cryptographically locked, so it only releases to Ripple 1 billion a month, and then Ripple determines what to do with that, and they buy, sell. And I know it's XRP Fund too, but I'm just discussing this in general terms. I've already gone over who really has the control to spend it. I mean, who spends it and sells it. Ripple, what they do, their subsidiaries and stuff, they buy it and sell it off the markets and put it back in the escrow account. And the next month they get another billion. Ripple decides who gets it, what's best for the network ecosystem. They put it back in, or they buy it and sell it. And these are things what happens. They can take that from that wallet, that billion they have, they can give Bank of America 500,000 of them this month, and then So that's the whole concept of this wallet that they have. And what happens is people think, oh, Ripple. No, Ripple's been very careful for 10 years. 10 years. Spreading liquidity. All right. You don't want, look, what you don't want is to have an Ethereum deal where whales come in and snatch it up. Now, the founders of Ripple were gifted a higher amount than regular people. And of course, the guy that invented Jed, what did he get, like a billion or something like that? I don't really care about exact numbers. It doesn't really matter, but he got a significant amount. But that's what happens when you invent shit, right? So, but he sold them off back. So they went right back into the coffers and back in. So there's nothing kind of funny business going on with Ripple. Ripple's the most transparent cryptocurrency on the planet. I think like every quarter, don't they have quarterly reports? And they're like audited, or they at least give the SEC or give the federal government a yearly report on everything. But I'm almost positive they do quarterly reports as well. It's the most transparent company. So for somebody to say, oh, the community, well, just the words, listen to the words that she used, the community. Okay, it's the community. They must feel that that's the best thing, right? How is the community a bad word now? Like, I'm trying, see, this lady's so confused, she has no idea what she's talking about. So next, she feels that these burned, okay, look, Stellar was also made by Jed. What'd they do? They burned up half. They don't burn up people's coins, dumb shit. Like, how the hell does this woman even get on the internet? It's truly amazing. And who's calling this lady an expert? Like, that's sacrilegious, man. Right there, Dennis Hips says XRP scan reports all balances. There you go. So there's no mystery on what's happening to XRP and Ripple. There's zero mystery. And the escrowed XRP, it's in a wallet. Guess what? Whose wallet is that? Well, that would be XRP's wallet belongs to Ripple. Is this difficult shit or something here? Like, am I asking brain teasers that only Albert Einstein can answer the questions to? This shit is so fucking basic. How do you mess this up? How do you get on the internet and claim when Ripple goes into their wallet to burn their escrow, where the fuck does this woman get off saying that they're burning customers? This lady must have been like high. She must have been so high on some good stuff. And she's talking to a reporter, and she's been up for like 3 days. So she probably obviously has no idea what she's saying. Like, this is all, wow, I'm just shocked. Very truly shocked. Ripple has, okay, I know this is a difficult concept, Chris, and if you're out there, you're real difficult. Now just focus for a second and listen, because I know it's tough. You got like 3 brain cells. Just put all 3 together and just listen. Ripple, the company, has a wallet. And in that wallet, there's 39 billion XRP. That's Ripple's wallet. Nobody else's. And when they burn that up, nobody loses their property because, well, it's Ripple's wallet. They don't go into your wallet and everybody else's and burn them, dumbass. Like, is this shit that tough? Like, wow. I'm gonna move on because some people just like, this lady should not even be in crypto at all. She has no understanding of just the basics. I'm not even. I don't even know tech. Like, I don't know all the underworkings and underpinnings of how Ripple does this and that and da da da. Like, this shit is just basic stuff you learn. Ripple has a wallet. It's called an escrow wallet. Okay. And every month it kicks out 1 billion. Ripple decides what to do with it. If they have leftover, they put it back in the wallet. And then guess what? Next month it kicks out another billion and they use whatever. Sometimes they send it all back. Is this shit that fucking tough? I mean, learn about this person has no idea about XRP and then talks about it. No idea. And guess what? I'm not a total XRP where I study all the shit about how XRP and shit works. Like, I'm not even advanced. I'm like amateur level. And I know this stuff. This is like basic stuff you learn. Basic when you first learn about XRP. This is all basic shit. Nothing I'm saying now is complicated. This is like the most basic shit that a 12-year-old could understand. And this lady can't even, she thinks, oh, they're destroying everybody's XRP. Oh, like what? This lady has no idea about XRP, yet she speaks on it on her show. That's pretty scary that people actually follow. It's like the blind leading the blind. All right, Michael Gilbert. Thank you very much there, buddy. Michael Gilbert says, I didn't inhale. Oh my God. I guess I need to. Wizard Greyball says, I guess I need to get high to understand. Oh my God, these people are killing me. Don't burn my XRP, no. Oh, wow. Okay. So much for the expert. All right. Let's talk about gold here for a little bit there, buddy. We had a nice good laugh with some mental midgets. Now let's get back on to the news. All right, then. Make sure. Now, some of what I'm going to report on you, I'll report this, and then and I'll throw in some of my opinion as well. United States makes a bold move to reclassify gold and silver. I want you to see what's going on, everybody, because they're getting everything set up. My belief would be this. So I'm going to read an article, and I'm going to throw in my beliefs, and I'll let you know when they're my beliefs. Right now is they're getting ready to set up crypto to back it with gold and silver. So you can't have something that's classified as a commodity used to back something that's a currency. I don't understand how this backing stuff works or whatever. So I'm going to clarify that. But you have the proposed legislation would remove barriers to using gold and silver as money by lowering transaction costs. The bill also aims to treat precious metals as legal tender, breaking down the Federal Reserve's monopoly on money. The move is part of a larger effort at the state level to support sound money and challenge the federal government's fiat currency system. I'm telling you what, this is my opinion. They're getting set up right now for this whole crypto thing. If you're brand new, I'll speak in terms to where you get it. I don't understand the technical terms anyway. What's getting set up right now, everybody, is gold and silver. They have to classify it just right to be using it as money or to back money with it. Or if you're going to put gold and silver in a basket of currencies, gold and silver has to be a currency. Got it? And that's what they're trying to do right now. Bills filed in Oklahoma and Missouri for the 2024 legislative session would eliminate state capital gains tax on the sale of gold and silver. Now, this is absurd why these two states would right now have capital gains tax. Missouri and Oklahoma, pull your head out of your ass. How do you take something that's money? See, gold and silver is money. Okay, it's a medium of exchange. Have you ever heard of holding a dollar bill, and then when the dollar bill, let's say, doubles in value, then you got to pay a tax? Like, that's like, who does that, right? It'd be the same thing if you're holding a dollar and it drops in value. Hey, government, you owe me money because the dollar dropped in value. Do you see how insane this is? Like, I'm reading to you stuff that's news today. The first one's with the SEC and Bitcoin and how there's no boss or no. That's insane to me that they're going to regulate something that nobody knows who made it. Okay, that's total insanity. This is also in that same thing. Gold and silver come from the ground. So it's not a security, obviously, but it now depends on how it's sold and all these little technicalities. But Missouri and Oklahoma decided to eliminate capital gains tax. Well, how does the government know when you bought the gold? Like, what if your grandpa gave you gold from 20 years ago and now, you know what I mean? Like that's just, you can't capital gains tax. It goes up and down according to market needs. And this whole thing's ridiculous. These two states are so fucked up. The legislation would also take other steps to treat gold and silver as money. Oh, Crypto Hulk. The legislation would also take other steps to treat gold and silver as money instead of commodities. Oh, damn, Crypto Hulk. I think I see what you're talking about. Everybody, they're secretly getting gold and silver ready for the crypto space. That's why with Crypto Hulk, I don't tell you where to go to buy gold. I don't have gold sponsors. Go to your local gold shop, find the best price, make sure it's pure, and buy gold and silver. Okay. I believe in gold so much that for every $1 in crypto I have $7 in gold. Okay. I haven't bought crypto for almost 4 years now. The enactment of any of these bills. Oh, why do the other crypto channels say they're buying and stuff? Because they have sponsors like Uphold and all these other people. So they have to make it seem like they're buying and doing all these things because they're getting paid to say stuff like that. The enactment of any of these bills would eliminate state capital gains tax on the sale and exchange of gold and silver bullion. Now, remember, they're talking about bullion. They didn't say coins. But anyhow, both of these states are already among the 42 that do not levy sales tax on gold and silver bullion. Exempting the sale of gold and silver bullion taxes lowers the investment cost of precious metals. It also takes a step toward treating gold and silver as money instead of commodities. Taxes on precious metal bullion erect barriers to using gold and silver as money. If you are for less government, you want sound money. The people who want big government, they don't want sound money. They want to deceive you and commit fraud. Let me see. I'm not going to get into this article anymore. It's a very interesting article. It talks to you about the background of gold and stuff like that. I'd highly suggest reading this article after the show's over. It's a short article, but very interesting. And like I said, for every $1 crypto I have 7 in gold. Henry Brown comes back between the second and third quarter of next year. We'll have an event. Just a speculation looking at the news, certain the news reports, certain type of news that controlled demolition. Yeah. So let me go to the next article here. Jiu-jitsu. Now here we go with Ripple. They made a prediction. A Ripple executive made a prediction about a major retailer that's going to use crypto next year. Broseph, gold is money, but is it legal tender? I don't have all the answers right now because what they're doing, what I'm showing you in that article, is they're getting set up. So they're going to classify gold as whatever they do. Okay. What they're doing now is getting everything into place. This is my opinion. This part's my opinion. They're getting everything in place. They're starting to call gold money, getting it away from being a commodity because they're going to try to maybe classify gold as some sort of money, the same as like a basket of currency would or something. I don't know all the stuff they're doing. I'm not going to try to read minds, but what it's clear now that they're all of a sudden now they want to reclassify stuff. They're getting something all set up ready for a flip of the switch. Maybe a crypto bill or some crypto regulation, like whatever they're doing, they're getting ready to set something up. That's what's going on. Missouri and Oklahoma just don't start changing stuff for no reason. There's a reason why they're doing this. And I'm guessing it's something to do with crypto and backing crypto, or maybe the United States digital dollar. They're going to back with gold. I don't know, but they're getting ready to use gold with crypto. That's what I do know. So let's look here. Ripple predicts a major U.S. retailer is going to accept crypto in 2024. Ripple's vice president of global policy has made a bold prediction that a major U.S. retailer, probably Walmart or Amazon, I'm thinking probably Amazon. It's kind of fun to guess that a U.S. retailer would enable crypto purchases before the end of next year. Crypto market sentiment is largely bullish going into the new year, with the first set of spot Bitcoin ETFs almost set to go live in the coming months. Many are already heralding 2024 as the year that cryptocurrencies reach mainstream adoption. Ripple's vice president of global policy, Rob Grant, shares similar sentiments and has made bold predictions about the emerging industry going into the new year. One such major forecast is that a major U.S. retailer will open the doors for crypto payments to customers. If and when the prediction comes true, it would mark another critical step in the adoption of cryptocurrencies. It would also pave the way for these assets to serve its core use around payments. The Ripple vice president of policy did not specify which U.S. major retailers it would be. Or even if Ripple's XRP would be involved. Now we go down below. There's a section called CBDCs also on the way. And Ripple, well, I'll show you all this evidence stuff later. He starts talking about this Ripple vice president guy starts talking about a G7. And it says, in the coming year, we'll see a G7 country introduce a CBDC. Uh-oh. G7 nations include United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Italy, France, Germany, and Japan. Okay. Now I have, let's see. Hold on, let me look. Okay, I have a little page here. I want to show you the G7 countries on a map. I thought it was interesting when I was looking at it last night. And I'll tell you who I think the country is going to be that goes first. But let's look at this map here. So this map shows us, it's in yellow, all the G7 countries. It looks like it's Canada and everything north of Canada, Alaska, United States, and then there's the other little yellow countries, United Kingdom, Germany, France, Italy, and we scroll over to Japan. That would be the G7. The G7 is a term that used to describe the group of seven, a coalition of seven countries that have the largest and most advanced economies in the world. In 2018, the countries in this group comprise more than 60% of the global net wealth. So that's why this is a big deal. These seven countries own 60% of stuff. Okay. I'm not going to read the rest of that G7 stuff, but I just wanted to show you how powerful these seven countries are. Now, I'm going to get into my opinion. I'm going to use some facts here. I'm going to use facts, and then I'll give you my opinion on who I think is the first one. And this will be just for fun because nobody knows. But of course you do, Crypto Hulk. You're supposed to know everything. Okay. This first one here, I did a show. The title is Crypto Deep Dive, Germany. And you got Mataco and Ripple and 175 Medico, Mataco, and a 175-year-old bank. Okay. I made a video and it's 58 seconds long. There's a German company called G&D. I can't say the name. It's like Glisek and Devrent or something like that. Now, this is important. Gisek and Glevent. The reason that's important because I did a Wikipedia on them, and they've been around for like almost 200 years. And what do? They print money for banks and they do shit like that. Now, one of the things they did is they bought a company called Mataco. But what was interesting, now Mataco is owned by Ripple now, and this is all about custody. But what's interesting is that Medico is a Swiss company. Have you ever noticed now, like, everything is coming out of Switzerland? Now, I'm not going to get into why and who what, because it's going to get into some famous, well, not famous, it's going to get into some very powerful families that I'm not going to be talking about because I appreciate breathing too much. But in 2020, G&D bought Medico from the Swiss company. And then eventually Ripple comes in and buys it. Very interesting. What's the connection here? Germany. My next evidence that I think Germany is going to be the place that releases the first CBDC is because Germany was the first Ripple partner. Crypto Hulk's been doing a little investigative work. I made a video. The title is 2014 Ripple Turkey. No other channel brings deep dive news like Crypto Hulk. What we have here in this little video, it's about a minute long. It's from 2014. If you watch the video in full, I'll show you the timestamp at the top right corner of the page where it says 2014. With Ripple, we can deliver a superior banking experience. This is from Matthias Kroner, CEO of Fedora Bank AG. I'm going to spare you the free advertisement for Fedora Bank, even though I believe they've closed their doors. The reason I say, and I speculate, that Fedora Bank, besides, we just went over the first German G&D company with Medico, who now Ripple owns it, and they're going to be the powerhouse crypto custody of the world. But also Fedora Bank. When Ripple's very first bank, I've done shows on this, is Fedora Bank out of Germany. Very interesting, right? How does Germany keep popping up? So there's that one right there. Now, I'm going to show you some evidence where I think it might also be Japan, but I think it's really Germany. If I was going to bet money on this thing, there's something going on in Germany that I'm not going to. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to know about it because when I start knowing about it, then channels go adios, bye bye. So I'm cool. I don't need to discuss that. Now here's a show that I did. Go to the 2 minutes 40-second mark. 2 minutes 47-second mark. 2 minutes 47 seconds. All right, what do we got here? The International Ripple Business Association. Are you aware that such a thing exists? No, because if you've been listening to all the other YouTubers and everybody else, no one's ever talked about this. All right, except my channel. What do we got here? The International Ripple Business Association, and it shows right there, Digital Gate JP. That's in Japan. So Japan was a Ripple partner from day one, along with Korea, Canada, Mexico, Europe, Panama. It goes on and on. This is evidence right here. Then there's something called Ripple Japan, and I don't have all the all the little pop-up truth bomb stuff here, but I just wanted to show you that Japan was clearly a Ripple partner 10 years ago. I'm going to show you another Japanese Ripple partnership. And these are like the early days. Just the G7s we're talking about, not Ripple, China, or Russia, none of that. Okay. Right here, what I just sent you is go to the 47-second mark. 47 seconds. What you'll see at the bottom, it says copyright, and then there's a capital C. 2016 Ripple Coin Japan. Right there, so you can see it. Ripple Coin Japan. So, in my opinion, I'm finding hardcore evidence for Germany, especially with the G&D and the Medico and Switzerland connection, and then Ripple somehow buys it during a lawsuit for $200 million or something like that. And then with Ripple joining with Fedora Bank, German, day one, first customer. Germany was Ripple's first customer. And so what I'm going to guess is the country out of the G7 that now the Ripple executive made a prediction. It doesn't mean nothing. It's just a prediction. So we're having fun. So since we're having fun, I thought I'd put a little skin in the game and kind of put myself out there. But the evidence I presented to you with Germany is pretty strong. The Japanese connection's also there, but I think there's way something. But then you got SBI Japan. And SBI is a bank investment kind of Yoshitaka, whatever his name is, Katao, loves XRP and Ripple and all these things. Which one? And they own 10% of Ripple, and like SBI is massive. They're massively fans of Ripple. But then you got that old world family control shit going on in Germany and Switzerland, right? Man. Okay, if I'm gonna bet, it's gonna be both Germany and Japan. If it's gonna be any of the G7 or whatever it is, it's gonna be those two because I've shown evidence for that. But if I had to really make bets, Germany, because the solid connections are right there to the Switzerland people and those families we can't talk about. Yeah, Germany is what I say comes out with the first CBDC. That's where I'm going to guess. Germany is an interesting choice. Definitely is. Now, Japan has the most debt. Japan has got like, they're in so much debt, it's crazy. Okay. Zach, I don't know why you're blocked on Twitter, but I'm blocking you on my channel right now. So there you go. Just like that. Japan is way too crowded. Okay, so there you have it. The show's over. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I'm going to turn off the channel. Have a very belated Merry Christmas and XRP miss. And yeah, I'm going to make a show tonight at around 6:30 to 7:15ish, maybe somewhere in there. I'll post it. If I can make a show, I'll post. I'll look for news later, and hopefully I find stuff. Other than that, I'll see y'all in my next broadcast. Should be later.